What's up, guys? Today, I'm going to be taking a look at a new USB-C hub that I was sent by a company called Komkaer. They saw some of my videos, dug it, I guess. They probably saw the Hyper USB-C hub that I did back in like November. But they sent me this, and it's actually been closer to Christmas that I got this. They wanted an Amazon review. Done. That's fine. Takes no time. I messed with it for a few weeks, wrote an Amazon review. Now I'm here to give you a full lowdown, video style, YouTube. This, what I do. This is the Komkaer. It's slightly different than the Hyper. I kind of like the Hyper more, but we'll get into that. This is what the box is. It's just a lot of these like independent tech companies are just doing straight up cardboard boxes, and I'm okay with that. I know what the product is. I don't need it to be displayed on the box and be fancy and glossy and all that shit. I don't care. Here's a user manual. We know how to use a hub. We plug stuff into it and plug it into a computer. It comes in this little bag, little carrying case. It's very thoughtful of them. Very snug. Your hub. My only real complaint about this thing is this cord. I realize that this isn't just specifically made for MacBooks or the MacBook Pro, anything like that. So with that in mind, I get it. You're going to be using it on maybe your iPad, maybe a Windows computer, or a 2-in-1, or whatever. So it doesn't stick to the side of my MacBook. That's my big drawback to it. If it's on my neck stand, it sits up like this and hangs down. But don't get me wrong, I use this thing all the time. So, a closer look at the Komkaer 9-in-1 USB-C hub. On the far right here, we've got a USB-C charge port with pass-through 60-watt power delivery. We have a 4K HDMI out. It's 3840 by 2160 at 30 Hertz. We've got 3 USB-A plugs with 5 gigabit data transfer speeds, and they will charge a device like your iPhone or a Galaxy, Pixel, whatever, at 7.5 watts, which is fairly slow, but it could be a lot slower if we're getting down to it. Over here, we've got your standard SD and your micro SD card readers. Over here, we got a gigabit Ethernet adapter. And over here by the power cable, we've got a 3.5 millimeter headphone jack that actually doubles as a mic jack. All in all, I dig it. It does everything I need it to do. I literally always have this down here because I find it to be a little, not as easy, we'll say, to travel with. Because I don't always want to kind of strap this down to where it's not flailing around in my bag or being pressure put on it, things like that. Because, I mean, it's very possible that that could wiggle loose like, you know, a normal USB charger and, you know, a lightning cable, something like that, which is fairly common with those. And this is just a rubber input, so it can happen to this. I'm pretty damn sure. So I use this down here. I literally always have it plugged in to my monitor down here. And when I come to record videos, I plug it straight into my MacBook Pro, plug my condenser mic in, and then I can see my levels and everything on my monitor. So I dig it. It gets the job done. And while yes, it gets the job done, it isn't my go-to. My hyperdrive is by far my favorite USB-C hub that I've used, which I've only used 3 or 4. And what I like about the Hyper more is that it is built for my MacBook Pro. It sits flush. It uses both USB-C ports on the side. This cable is the big downfall for me. It sounds hollow, but it feels pretty sturdy. I do feel like that if I were to drop this by putting it into a bag or putting it on the table or the desk and it slide off and hit the hard wood, or down here it's just carpeted concrete. It's like the worst carpet imaginable down here. I feel like this would be okay. Don't have any problems. That being said, this is cheaper than the hyperdrive. The hyperdrive is like $90. I've seen it at $80, so there's that. This is $49.99. This is available on Amazon. I'll drop a link below that you can check it out. I'll put the Hyper down there too if you want to dish out. If you've got a MacBook, go for the hyperdrive. If you don't, or if you don't want to spend the money, this is going to do just as well. There's another version of this. I have no idea what it is. It looks smaller, may just have less peripherals to plug into. And it's like $47. It's a $3 difference, so I don't know what the big deal is. There are a lot of positive reviews for this on Amazon. I gave it a 4-star review because, like I said, I dig it. This is my big complaint. This thing right here. All in all, though, I think it's great. It gets the job done. I use it quite a bit. If you think you would dig it, pick it up. What's the worst that could happen? It's not going to work or you hate it, you return it to Amazon. It's not a big deal. The company seems really cool. They're super nice. I talked to them quite a bit. And I'm thankful that they approached me to do this because I use this multiple times a week for hours on end. And it's held up since Christmas. I know that's only been going on 4 months or so, but I've logged a lot of time with it, and it works. My new screen on my camera is off to the side, so I keep looking over to the side on it instead of at the lens. So apologies in advance. I'm probably going to do this for a while. Regardless, if you dig this, if you think you want to pick one up, or you like the video, whatever, drop it a like. That's awesome. Share the video. I would appreciate that. Dislike it if you didn't like it. You don't like this video. Whatever. That's cool. You do you, man. I'm not going to stop you from disliking the video. But it'd be a lot cooler if you didn't. Anyway, share the video. Subscribe if you haven't already. And until next time, I'll see you guys in the next video.